Hey guys, Joseph here, and I have a really good video for you today. In the last video, we talked about budget options for microphones for YouTube, and in today's video, I want to talk about a really good video camera option for YouTube. So it could be used for other things. I'm coming from the YouTube perspective, so we're going to stick with that. And especially because I know YouTubers who use this camera to this day, well, multiple of this camera, and they get tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views on some of their videos. So there's definitely nothing lacking in the quality perspective from it. It does full HD 24, 30 and 60p, and it is a really interesting price point that I think you'll really enjoy, so stick around. Just before we start the video, I want to apologize for any changes in lighting you may see. I'm sitting next to a big window and there is a few clouds in the sky, so if you do notice a change, apologies. I'm hoping the camera will keep up, I'm hoping I'll keep up in editing, but I still think the video is worthwhile watching. Okay, a few facts about the camera we're talking about today. It has a 24 megapixel APS-C size sensor. As I said, it does full HD video in 24, 30 and 60p, and it was released 10 years ago. I can't believe that because the camera still delivers to this day. I still have a copy for myself. We use it as our holiday camera because of the size of it and the quality that it delivers. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the Sony a6000. This is our copy. We've had it for years now. It is an absolute little unit. It's small, it's portable, it records great video, it takes great pictures, and I think it's the perfect beginner camera, be that for YouTube, photography, or anything you throw at it. So just to prove that this little guy, 10 years after its release, can still deliver great video quality, I'm going to be replacing my Canon R6 with this for the rest of the video. And okay, we're swapped over to the Sony now, so let me know what you think of the image. In my humble opinion, it is more than good enough for YouTube, and this is with the cheap 16 to 50 kit lens that comes with it. You can get this lens for about €40, so if you had a better lens, or if you wanted to buy a better lens for it, I'm sure you'd be able to get a much better image than this as well. Still next to that really big window with variable cloud outside, so if there is changes in light, you're going to be able to see them. You're going to be able to compare that to the Canon, but my point of this video is not comparing this to my current setup. The point of this video is to prove that this camera is more than good enough for any sort of YouTube videos you're trying to make. Okay, so the first drawback we're going to have to talk about, and it's going to be a really big one for a lot of people, is that the screen on this camera does not tilt up or to the side. So you're not going to be able to see yourself while you record. In my opinion, it's not that big of a deal because you want to be looking at the lens anyway. I personally have an issue of looking off into the screen for a lot of my shots, but if you really have to have that tilty flippy screen, you're not going to have it with this camera, unfortunately. You're going to have to step up in the range for another one. Okay, the second big drawback of the Sony is that unfortunately it does not have a microphone jack. That was added on later on in the lineup. In my opinion, it's not that big of a deal either because you can always record audio externally. If you watched my previous video, which is the best budget microphones for YouTube, you would have learned that you can hook up a little cheap lavalier like this one. This is €20 on Amazon. You can hook this lavalier microphone up to your phone or any external audio recorder, and that's going to give you really high quality audio recordings separate from the ones on the camera. And all you have to do is match them up in your editing software of choice later on, which would give you really high quality video like this, as well as really high quality audio like this. Also to add, the internal microphones on the Sony are not bad at all, and they are more than usable. With a little bit of editing, I think you can get really good quality audio from it as well, as long as you're in a controlled environment. If you're outside in the wind, your results may vary basically. But I'm going to give you a quick test audio sample from the Sony now. Okay, this is a very quick audio test of the built-in Sony a6000 microphones. As you can see, the microphones on the Sony camera are not bad at all. In my opinion, it's the best beginner camera you can get. You can still buy brand new lenses for them. You can use the lenses later on if you move on to a bigger camera, and the price point is just unbelievable. For a very quick conclusion then, the Sony a6000 is a 10-year-old camera which is still a beast, which still records really high quality full HD video. I'm still using it for this video itself. Yes, there is drawbacks. It doesn't have a tilting screen and it does not have a microphone jack. If the tilting screen is a really big thing for you, you might want to look at a later model in the lineup. With the microphone itself, there's ways around it, as I explained. I would still try this camera out. We bought our copy a few years ago for €300. The screen is a bit scratched up and stuff, but that's fine. Again, we bought it for €300. I'm more than certain I can still sell it for the same money. If you want to give video a try, I would highly suggest this camera to try. There's plenty of used options on the market, and if you find one with a few scratches on the screen, it doesn't affect the image quality at all, and it's going to give you possibly an even better deal. Really good camera, really good video quality, few drawbacks, there's ways around it. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope we see you in the next one. I'm going to try to make more informative videos. I'm going to try to do more samples like this with different cameras, different microphones, and everything like that. Anything I would be interested in, I'm going to try to create. If there's some ideas you have, leave them down in the description below. If you found value in this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It would really mean the world to me. Thank you very much for watching once again, and enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.